Yo, text message scammers, let's pop in. I just want to let you guys know that one, I haven't ordered a parcel in the last 30 days, so there's no way that it could be lost in shipping because I never ordered anything.
I don't even know if you could call it PR, honestly, because I was forced to pay $50 shipping.
I write 5 days a week, and that equals $6,000 a month.
Okay, so I'm bringing you guys another video of the various types of scams that I've come across myself online through clips and experiences, both from people on TikTok and comments from you guys, because, oh man, since the last time I made a video, there have been tons and tons of new scams coming out. Shocker, with everybody's data constantly being leaked and phone numbers and information and emails going out, just being sold to companies to use for advertising or scams. Tons and tons of people have gotten new phishing scams. So we're going to go over a ton of different instances. I'm trying to put these in somewhat order because they're kind of all over the place, but we're going to start off with a lot of the YouTuber slash influencer scams that I've seen recently. Now, as we talked about in the previous scam video, there's been a lot of the in-video sponsorship companies that pay YouTubers like me or anybody else on the platform to have a in-video sponsor, 30, 60, 90 seconds long. They'll pay them a certain amount just to kind of talk over the product or the software that they're trying to sell. Maybe they'll have a link in the description, coupon code. You've seen it all before. It's nothing new. But there's been an increasing amount of these companies that have had issues, whether it being fraud like BetterHelp, not actually having licensed therapists, even though they said they would. That Lord sponsorship that I can never remember the name of the actual company, but you pay money, you'd get a little plaque saying that you are a Lord because they bought a small plot of land in Scotland and you were technically a Lord, even though that was complete BS. That was a whole lie. And it doesn't really stop there. The biggest one that I've seen recently is AG1, which is a very large one, especially with really, really big YouTubers. AG1 is just another supplement company with like the superfoods, all the green food. It would be these gross looking drinks, but they were supposed to have all the vitamins and micronutrients and yada, yada, yada that you'd ever need in life. But they were very expensive. These things were like $100 a month. It was a subscription base. And from what professionals have dissected with all of the ingredients, you're really not getting nearly as much as you're supposed to in daily intakes for a lot of the products that they're trying to sell. So most of it won't do really any good for you, even though it is very expensive. And the reason why it's been such a problem on top of that is that these massive YouTubers have been pushing it because their kickbacks are insane. I saw up to 20% commission for every single subscription. So say if it was $100 a month, every single person that subbed through your promo code, you get $20. And these are YouTube channels with millions and millions of subs. So even if you get 1% or 0.1% of your audience to subscribe to it, you could be making thousands and thousands of dollars a month. So that has been a huge issue. We could check out another company called Fume, which is another company that's the jewel, vape's supposed to be healthier than cigarettes and smoking.
And this company has reached out to influencers to advertise to their, again, very young, impressionable audience that this is the cure to their addiction. And it's extremely expensive, and a subscription service. They trademarked "The Good Habit" as their tagline. I shouldn't need to explain why this is predatory and bad, but even worse, they have some study on their website that isn't peer-reviewed that says it's completely safe. Well, we think it's okay for you to inhale this directly into your lungs, so why don't you give us $80? Let's imagine a person takes a draw of this thing 30 times daily. That would mean that their lungs are exposed to 30 microliters of essential oil every day at maximum. In 33 days of using this thing, or about a month, you will have exposed your lungs to about a milliliter of an essential oil, which, by the way, those aren't regulated, so you have no idea what could be in them other than the extract they claim to be.
So it's just completely unregulated. You have no idea the side effects of what you're doing to your body, but it is peddled to be healthier than smoking and all the tobacco and the tar and everything that you've heard before. But of course, it's very expensive and subscription-based, just like everything is on the face of the planet, apparently. But I will link that video in the description below because he goes over multiple companies. I think it is a very good video. I didn't want to show you, obviously, the entire thing in my own video. I would definitely check it out though, but this is becoming all too common and has even kind of freaked me out in the way of in-video sponsorships for anything now, because I do get a lot of emails from several different companies, even the companies that I've openly disliked, funny enough, so they don't even watch my content, talking about sponsorship deals and all the in-video ads and all of that kind of stuff. But even the more upstanding companies, like the products that I actually use, like I said about VPNs and things that are at least related to my content, like the Rocket Money, budgeting apps, not really too much of the FTX type of financing, it's a little too far, obviously, but I've just still steered clear of it right now. Maybe something will happen in the future, but right now I just don't want to deal with it. I'd rather just focus on these videos. And we have another comment from one of you guys. Can we talk about how there are so many scammer ads on YouTube, AI generated ones, and they target senior citizens? It's disgusting. Now, funny enough, I'm trying to talk about all the issues that these random companies will try to come in and pay YouTube creators to put in their videos, but the actual site itself doesn't really monitor any of the ads that they put on these videos automatically. So it's almost a lose-lose situation, and I think one of the ways to get around it, unfortunately, is like using YouTube Premium. Now, I'm on YouTube enough that it's definitely worth it for me, but it's still like $15 a month, I believe. There's varying prices, but basically, if you don't do that, even with ad block, I've seen a whole bunch of issues with YouTube really trying to crack down on that, but then the ads that you're getting served could possibly be scams as well. Very interesting times we're living in, and to piggyback off of the YouTuber kind of trying to be an influencer direction that we're in right now, I found this video from a TikTok user.
I got sent some PR, but I don't even know if you could call it PR, honestly, because I was forced to pay $50 shipping. Not forced. I did it because I wasn't thinking. It was like my first week, and I'm like, this stuff looks like it came off of Temu. So I don't know what this thing was. I mean, kind of cute for, I don't think it's $50 cute, but shout out to Saga Jewels. I don't think that's the review they wanted from me, but it's the review they're gonna get. I can't open this one, but it's a little bracelet. And then this is like a little puka shell bracelet. This one's nice. I like this one. Okay. That's gonna be cute.
So I was just looking stuff up and I came across this, and I feel like this could start getting a little bit more popular as well, because this is a user who is actively trying to become an influencer, the exact type of person that we've talked about in previous videos with the overconsumption and them being very out of touch because they make so much money and they're just kind of walking billboards for a lot of these companies. It'll be nonstop hauls and PR and getting free items just to make reviews or eat the crumble cookie, the new week of crumble cookie, etc. etc. And this girl is trying to become that, so much so that she didn't even realize that she just ended up paying $50 for the PR package. That's not getting free items, that's you just buying overpriced stuff from Temu, probably drop shipped, to be honest, as well. And with the rise of everybody wanting to be a social media creator or YouTuber or influencer, TikTok, any one of the social medias, you're gonna have a lot more of these people get reached out to. But at some point, you really do have to know that it's probably going to be a scam and you're not getting free stuff, because I know it makes me sound like a dick, but when you go on this person's page, they have 22 followers. Now, a whole reason why influencers get a massive amount of products for free is because they have massive followings and they want those companies' products to have a ton of eyes on them, and then the one free product that they gave them along with some money would hopefully get recouped by all of the viewers buying that same product for, even the discount 10% for a promo code or something like that. But when you have such a small following like this, they're not going to get really any eyes. And I mean, 22 followers on TikTok, 34 on YouTube. You have to gain at least somewhat of a following to start getting legitimate sponsor offers like this, or you're just going to end up getting scammed like this girl, because I've had my fair share through my email trying to get me with all sorts of stuff. I literally just got this one this morning. Hi, Zach, love the personal brand you built. So right off the bat, this is a script. They don't look at any of the content. This is just mass blasted out to tons of YouTubers. The way you blend entertaining your audience and also educating them is really cool. Yeah, I guarantee they did not watch any of my videos. Get straight to the point. My partners and I are extremely confident we could help you make an extra $50,000 a month. You're going to make me $600,000 a year from this email? Okay. By launching and scaling an online course, blah, 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 blah. Coaching programs, growing your audience. It's the same type of BS crap that you've heard before. Then they try to make you trust them using a large social media account. So it's ZTH Training. They went from 0 to 1 million followers in the past 2 years and over 350,000 combined subs on YouTube. So apparently this person didn't exist and they magically got them 1 million followers. So let's go over to that page. Magically right now they have exactly 1 million followers, not 1.1 million. They're still right on 1 million. They have 51,000 likes from their 1 million followers, which I guess is okay. Not really the best engagement, but there are only 67 comments on this video. 36 comments on this one, 30 comments on this video with 1 million followers. So what I'm starting to see here is that this person is probably partnered with them. They bought all of their followers to get up to that big, 1 million, and that's why they're exactly at 1 million and not any higher. And then they buy likes for a lot of these posts. So they have 50,000 likes and only 60 people commented. They didn't want to buy the comments that went along with it, because the only time they get a decent amount of engagement with comments is when they say, comment Jersey and check your DMs, which is just a really easy way to try to farm engagement. They did it a couple times. Comment now and check your DMs, and still only 1,500 comments out of the 1 million subs that they actually have, or followers. Same difference. But then we could go over to the YouTube channel that apparently has a combined 350,000, but then when you look it up, they only have 60,000. So this is the kind of stuff you have to look out for if you do want to become a content creator at any size. Now, I'm not saying that I'm some massive YouTuber with millions and millions of subs, so if this is happening to me right now, if you do start getting up in the ranks, you will probably get flooded by these types of emails. So these companies will just end up hurting your social media even more, flooding it with bots and fake engagement. Would probably get you shadow banned on certain websites as well. Really not a good thing to do. But we'll switch gears to a lot of the other stuff that I've seen, along with a comment from the previous scam video. I've ended up having to cut off family back in Africa. This was talking about a scam that a lot of people were seeing in South America and Africa. Basically, a lot of people in the US who had family outside of the country, especially in places where the US dollar was a lot more significant than the currency that most of their family currently lived in, and then they'd send back USD because it would go a lot farther. It would start turning into this. The level of entitlement to my hard-earned money just got so out of hand. No one ever calls me even to check in to see how I'm doing. So yeah, I got over it. It's been 7 years and I love the peace of mind, because even family members would kind of start only talking to people who lived in America just to try to get money out of them. So that one's pretty nuts to me, because it's your own family. It's not even strangers you're trying to scam over the internet or something. But we could start getting into all the phone calls and text messages and emails that all of us have most likely gotten recently.
So if you're somebody that hasn't heard about this yet, there's a bunch of new scams that are going around right now, and the FBI is currently investigating a new scam that specifically targets people that travel. So travelers are now being warned about a new smishing scam that could put your personal information at risk. So they're saying the reason why this is called a smishing scam instead of a phishing scam is because it has to do with text message, so they're using the term SMS to kind of make the name. But one example of this scam going around is being observed by the FBI currently, and it sees the scammers posing as a toll service telling unwitting travelers that they owe money. So basically the point is, these scammers are noticing that you're traveling and they're going to contact you via text message, and they're going to tell you, hey, you owe this amount of money due to a toll bridge you took and you need to pay it or you're going to be feed. Obviously the reason why a bunch of people are falling for this is because it seems very targeted, and a lot of people are not realizing that it's just a scam. So obviously imagine if you're in the middle of traveling and you get a text saying that you took a toll and you need to pay it. A lot of people are paying it.
I would venture to guess, especially over the summer where more people were traveling, even just by car, it's not like, plane tickets. They probably got a lot of people very freaked out on this. And I think another one that's pretty big that I've gotten, I think 3 or 4 times the exact same thing from different emails, is the ransom PDF email. tons of people have gotten. So to make a long story short, because it's just a giant paragraph trying to freak you out, they try to find some information from you. So they have like your first and last name, your phone number, your address, along with the email that they sent it to, saying that they know who you are and they found all of your information from a corn website, and they're going to send all of this information to all your family and friends if you don't send money to this specific Bitcoin wallet. And then they'll have all the numbers and letters in a long string that you're supposed to spend a specific amount of money. It was all over the place. I saw $1,800, I saw $2,200, and then they just have a picture under all of it of what your house looks like on Google Earth. However, at least for mine, the information they had and where I was supposed to be living was the address that I used to live in New Jersey. So I just thought it was funny that they had old information, and that's whoever got the data breached or sold the information had stuff from over a year ago now. But tons and tons of people have gotten this as well. I saw a video made by That Ordinary Gamer. Same exact thing happened to him. So any of the ransom type of stuff, especially the PDFs, there's a lot of them that'll be like, thanks for your $300 payment through PayPal, you know, pay right now. And it'll be a PDF of Norton or some random bogus receipt to try to get money out of people. It's very low effort. Maybe they're just trying to get these massive companies who aren't really paying attention to give them a couple $100 and just disappear. But here's a screenshot of a message that I've gotten from 2 different emails, but I did get these through text. This is Sarah from Temu Services USA. Your background and resume have been recommended by multiple people online, even though I haven't had a normal job in years. They want to offer a great remote online part-time, full-time to help Temu merchants, and then you're magically going to make a ton of money and earn $50 to $500 a day. Base salary is $950 for 4 working days, paid annual leave, maternity leave, all of this kind of crap. And again, I got this from 2 different emails. That one's pretty common now. Here is the USPS package one. Again, very common right now due to the detection and invalid zip code address. Parcel cannot be cleared, and please confirm your zip code, address, information, just trying to get even more info out of you. But there's obviously no package. They're just trying to get more information from you to either use for more ransom or BS emails or just selling it to other companies. Here's one that I haven't seen anybody else get. I thought it was really funny, but apparently Sony emailed me for a partnership. Yes, like the Sony Interactive PlayStation, even though you look at the email that is from Sony and it's just some random person trying to do the whole thing. We have been following your work on YouTube and respect the excellent level of your material, blah, blah, blah. It's the same thing over and over again. But then they just like completely copy and paste what Sony would probably say. Public relations manager for Sony Interactive, and then all the register LLC, and then the incorporated 2024. It's very, very low effort. They didn't even have an email close to Sony's actual email. It's just insane how common this has gotten in just the past couple months. We have another comment from one of you guys. Don't trust random people, especially on the internet, especially with your money problem solved. Any of this kind of stuff, even though it seems pretty basic and straightforward, I bet if you went to your local police department's blotter, it's almost guaranteed to have some incidents where somebody got scammed over the phone or through email or through text out of a whole ton of money. Honestly, even though it's a meme and oh, it's a big joke, it really does happen. A lot of old people still get scammed on the phone all the time for thousands of dollars. It definitely still works for these scammers. Here's another comment from you guys about the YouTube ads. YouTube is the worst offender about pushing scam ads. Ironically, you get them the more you watch YouTubers that cover scams. So I wouldn't doubt on this video, some of you will get some BS buy my course scams or just completely flat out lies on these ads, because their quality control for people who are allowed to buy ad space on this site is virtually non-existent, I guess. But now we're going to head over to a very, very popular one that was on TikTok for a while, and that was the letter scam. Now, this is the video that kind of started it all.
I wish someone had told me about this side hustle a lot sooner, and I wish I had listened to my friend and jumped on a little bit earlier. But basically, I write 2-line letters every day. I write about 60 of them every day, which is $300 a day. I write 5 days a week, and that equals $6,000 a month.
Wow, it's something that sounds too good to be true. I bet it's 100% legit. Not like any of the other scams that we've seen on the internet since like the dawn of the internet. And then you just have more and more videos like this.
Okay, I caved. I'm sick and tired of seeing people making money from this side hustle. It's all over my For You page where people are writing letters for money. So $5 USD you're supposed to get for every letter. I just sat down and wrote 85, which took me about 6 hours with some breaks in between. This is supposed to convert to over $500 Canadian.
So we're just gonna go right over to the reply of this.
So it's everybody scamming on TikTok. Is this a scam? Is the letter writing side hustle a scam and you only get paid in coins? Yes and no, and I'm going to explain it all right now. So I'm not allowed to say a lot of things here on TikTok or else my page will get shadow banned or red flagged or my video will get taken down. So bear with me. I'm going to try to explain this the best way I can.
So if you're not allowed to talk about it on TikTok, probably means that it's some sort of shady work. Now, what this actually is a sweepstakes that you're entering from a casino in Las Vegas. So you apparently have to write these letters the exact same way every single time. You can't make any mistakes or it's voided. And if you do it exactly correct every time and you send it in, your account will get $5. Primarily, it's a way for these casinos to give you free money to gamble, and then will eventually hopefully get you hooked, and then you'll put real money into it and, you know, become a gambling addict. That's very common for any casino, any of the sports betting. There's tons of the free bets. You get a free $10 or free $100. This is the exact same thing. But then to add on to it, there are these entire master classes and all the courses and each one of the buzzwords that you should run away from with a lot of these scammers to teach you how to make this easy money through this giveaway sweepstakes. And then instead you have these videos littered all throughout TikTok trying to grab people and to make easy money. And then surprise, surprise, it's not actually as easy as you thought. And it's just kind of a way to bring people into the world of gambling instead. So there are more people who have gone way more in depth on YouTube. If you do want to check it out, I highly advise you to, but don't get sucked into this. Of course, I've talked about and made videos about my hatred of gambling. So you're adding in all of the scam course type of people and gambling into one. It's just probably one of my most hated things I've seen on the internet for a while, but we'll move on. Another comment from you guys. There's that digital marketing scam where they show you how to market and sell a product. That's very common. There's a ton of people who have very expensive courses to teach you to do exactly that. Magically just make a digital product and you'll make millions. And if that was somewhat true at all, everybody would be doing it. Nobody'd have a normal 9-to-5. It's extremely competitive for the people who legitimately do that for a full-time living. It's not nearly as easy. But the second half of this comment, the product being the marketing course you just paid for. So they're just trying to do the cycle over and over again and try to bring more and more people into just paying for the course and not really learning anything at all. I also found a couple of these screenshots just this morning. Travis Scott merchandise is pretty sought after. It takes forever for anybody to get it, especially on the website. It seems like some of their products are not as advertised. So here you can see scammed. Not going to trip out and say I'm no longer a fan, okay? But warning to all potential future merch buyers. Unless you see the merch in person, there's a chance you could have your money taken and given some horrible quality, completely different than what was advertised. So you could see it's like supposed to be kind of sun bleached, looking a lot better, and they just got basically a Gildan hoodie with a logo on the side of it instead. It wasn't just this, they had some odd, I think they're normal gloves. I don't think they're like biker gloves or anything, but you could see what they were advertised compared to what they got, and the actual product just looks terrible. But I guess now you'll even see massive musicians like Travis Scott really downgrading their merch to that Temu level quality. But because they have so many fans that are so brainwashed, they'll just buy it anyway, and then they don't really get too much backlash from it, and they'll just kind of keep doing that over and over again, especially with it being wildly overpriced. You're not even actually getting what was advertised in the first place.
Like, I'm so mad right now. I got scammed out of $3,300 because I thought that I was paying the bill, my bill that was due, and that much wasn't even due. These scammers knew exactly what they were doing, and I'm just so upset because my bank is not even going to give me my money back. I used 2 different cards, and neither of the banks are going to give it back because they said I authorized the purchase because I'm the one who actually inserted my card. Like, I got scammed.
So a couple things on that. Like, she said she was trying to pay a bill, but the balance that she paid was actually higher than what the bill was supposed to be. That's a huge red flag right there. And then the other thing, just not giving it back through the bank's perspective with you actually authorizing the purchase and her actually saying that she used the card, it just turns into not the bank's problem anymore. That's 100% on you, unfortunately. So that one's super dangerous. I mean, $3,300, that's a crazy amount of money to lose very quickly. Another comment from you guys. I see a lot of Forex trading comments where someone says they make 5 figures a month. Then the convo recommends a financial advisor to help you trade. So it's just a funnel trying to get you to pay for something, and that's where they make their money instead of any of this trading or the Forex or whatever. Any of the people who legitimately do it for a living, the day trading, all the stuff that a vast majority of people lose a whole ton of money, but there's always somebody who actually knows how to play the game. Same thing with the gambling and legitimately sharp players. It's just such a small percentage of the population. All of those people won't teach you how to do what they do because then they just become competition. If they actually know what they're doing, they're going to make money their own way with their own funds. They don't need you to give them money and then they'll make more money from that or some sort of course or masterclass, mentorship, all the other buzzwords. They're just going to do it on their own. Here's one that I think is pretty funny, especially with how popular it is to just online shop now, especially on Amazon.
I need literally everybody to watch this video because what happened on Prime Day is crazy. So basically, I woke up this morning and I wanted to go look at my Amazon orders for everything I ordered on Prime Day based off of what the pricing would be today now that Prime Day is over and all the deals are gone. By the way, I spent a couple $1,000s. There are a ton of things that I got scammed on, and if you haven't seen the other videos, go watch them. I've seen a ton of videos pop up on my TikTok of people talking about this. So for example, they're saying that this is what the price would be like before Prime Day, and then whenever it is Prime Day, they keep it the same price, but they raise the original and make it seem like it's on sale, but it's really not. It's the same price. I'm not the only one that got scammed though. This person said that they screenshotted the stuff they wanted before Prime Day and it ended up being more expensive on the day of Prime Day. I got the same thing. This person said that they had everything in their cart and then they slapped a 30% off tag, but the price was exactly the same, so there was no sale. Some of the best examples that I can give you is I ordered this nearly $1,700 mattress that was like a 50% off flash Prime Day sale, and now that Prime Day is over, it's the same exact price. Literally nothing was on sale at all. And then also I ordered the famous Ninja Creamy that makes the custom ice cream. It was $217, again, Prime exclusive, massive sale. And then tell me why now that Prime Day is over, it's the same price, but with $20 off coupon. It's cheaper.
Now, I'm surprised that this hasn't been a thing for a long time, especially with the overconsumption online and how easy it is to click a couple buttons and it'll be there the next day because it's Prime. An item just saying that it's on sale for 30% off will make people buy, and that's exactly the reason why they're doing it. They'll just up the original price, keep it the exact same, but I bet they make so much money off of those Prime Day events, just spamming everything, making it look like it's cheaper than it actually is, and then you realize that you just bought it at the normal price. I don't actually think that that's legal, but unfortunately with a absolutely massive company like Amazon, do you really think that there's going to be any repercussions? Like, they're just going to keep doing it, people are going to keep buying and keep complaining about it, but then buy again on the next Prime Day. Like, nothing will change. So we're going to finish off this video with a comment from you guys. The scams are out of control. Even little groups on Facebook I'm a part of even have them. I'm part of a toy selling group for a specific toy, and even there, people don't get the product and get scammed. It's insane, and I've never seen scams at this level before. I think Facebook Marketplace is just completely littered with a bunch of scams as well. I know for a fact Poshmark and Mercari are littered with a whole bunch of counterfeit items, that anything that's expensive. I've definitely seen my fair share of Jordans and Yeezys that were not real, trying to be passed off in a whole bunch of different ways for these scammers to try to get around it and get some free money. But unfortunately, with the downturn of the market and more hard times and a lot more people having to stretch their dollar, I could see these becoming even more popular just because people want to make a little bit more money, and this could start getting very dangerous. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.